Okay, here's a swing drill, not even a hitting drill, just a swing drill, to help some of our young players that have a tendency to get very, very extended at the very beginning of their swing with that lead arm kind of already arm barring, and they kind of end up with a swing that really kind of casts out and everything kind of wants to come around. Going to be hard to hit a pitch down the middle even. Definitely going to be hard to hit a pitch that's on the inside corner. So it's just a simple drill called the fence drill, similar to another pitching drill called the fence drill. And it's a similar kind of concept to that pitching drill that I was showing you previously, where they're kind of riding up the edge of the fence. Nothing moves back. You're going to get your player to stand kind of already in their launch position, pretty close to the fence. Maybe this is a little challenging to be right here, and maybe it's a little challenging to have the whole bat. Maybe we can get them to choke up a little bit. Now, the idea with this is we're teaching them to have a bit more of a tight turn. What they're doing is they're going to ensure that the barrel of the bat never works back and hits the fence. A lot of kids that have a very, very long swing and have a hard time getting everything going and getting the barrel out there to the baseball, a lot of these kids have a tendency to not only arm bar, but the first move in their swing is they get the bat moving back this way, and then it's a really long process to get the bat all the way around. So this is something that you can do with your kids just kind of as a warm-up, as a priming type of exercise to understand that the swing needs to be a little bit short, quick, firm, of course, but we don't want a lot of length on the back end. If we want length anywhere, we want length through and after contact. So again, as I said, you can get them to choke up to start. They're already in a strided out position. Basically, we're putting them in their launch position to start. And the idea is that they start to turn their hips and shift their weight open. We're ensuring that the barrel doesn't make its way backwards. We want that turn to be nice and tight so the barrel never makes its way back into the fence. And as you can see, I'm doing it from a choked up position. Maybe some kids are going to be a little bit more capable of performing this drill, and you can start with them maybe not as choked up, maybe some kids not choked up at all. This is something that you want to go through a bit of a progression in terms of how hard they're swinging, so it can start almost kind of slow motion, where they're feeling that as they turn their body and they start to come around here to swing, the barrel is never really working behind them. It's kind of coming with them and making its way right through. So maybe the first one is 10%. Maybe then they can sneak back down the handle a little bit and start to come a little bit less slow motion and more like an actual move. Progressing maybe until they finally get down to the bottom of the barrel, and maybe then they're swinging 70%, 80%, 90%. And if you have a kid that has a nice tight turn into their swing, they're probably going to be able to be in this position with their foot, if not on, pretty close to the fence, and you'll see that they start to figure out how to get a really quality swing off that doesn't have too much length on the back end. It's got a good tight turn, and they're able to pretty much go into their normal swing with the fence here, knowing that there's going to be no contact between their barrel, the fence, and everything is a little bit more thinking about being out front.